Happy Monday. Welcome to the Monday morning style session. I am just going live in all the places, so just give me a minute. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. There we go. Finally. Okay, looks like I am live. Welcome, welcome. So I wanted to talk this morning, first of all, before I get started, Closet Confidence kicks off today. We have our first workshop today at noon Eastern time. So about exactly 3 hours from now. You won't want to miss this. This is going to be transformative for your style. It's free. It's fabulous. Definitely join it. The links are everywhere, and I'll make sure to have them underneath each of these videos. So but this morning, we're going to talk about how to evaluate your wardrobe. I think it's really important before we go to the store that we go to our closet. Like, we start in our closet, we evaluate what we already have before we make any new purchases for the season. So I'm going to talk you through, good morning, everyone. I'm going to talk you through the process that I go through when I'm evaluating a wardrobe. This is sort of more or less what I do as a stylist when I'm evaluating a client's wardrobe and kind of deciding what direction their wardrobe is going to go in and what to do next. So thank you. Thank you. You guys like my new glasses? These are from the glasses shop. I'll actually link them. I am obsessed with them. I love them so much. So thank you guys. Okay, so the very first thing that you want to do when you go into your wardrobe and you're evaluating your wardrobe is you're going to look at just the pieces that you can wear for the next couple of months. It's very overwhelming to go in and say, I'm going to evaluate my entire wardrobe. If you've got a lot of clothes and you've been collecting clothes for a long time, and let's face it, by the time you hit 50, many women have been collecting clothes for a long time. Now, you may have had a major life change that has necessitated a completely new wardrobe. So you may be working with a smaller wardrobe if you've lost a lot of weight or had a major lifestyle change. But for the most part, many women, by the time they reach 50, have a ton of stuff in their closets. And let me tell you, it's a lot easier to start with less than it is to start with more, because when you start with more, you have a lot more pieces that you need to make decisions about, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to say, okay, what realistically, we're at the end of August here, right? What realistically can I wear September, October, November? Like, what can I wear for fall? Just fall. Don't worry about winter yet, just fall. Now, if you're in a place like Florida and you've got one season, you're just going to be looking at fall colors. But if you're in a place where it's really 4 seasons and you're already starting to feel the fall chill, then you want to evaluate what are the clothes that I can wear now for the next couple of months. And I want you to just identify those clothes, and I want you to pull those clothes out, because that's going to be your current wardrobe. Often I recommend setting a rack aside for the clothes that you want to make sure you get to in the next couple of months, especially if your seasons change quickly and you find yourself getting to the end of fall and not having worn your fall things, and then it's winter and it's too cold to wear those things or whatever. You want to make sure that you're getting the most use out of your clothes. So putting them for a rack and maybe having a section of your closet, maybe having a September section that you're going to work with for the month of September. And then in October, identifying more pieces and bringing out the October pieces and wearing the October pieces, because it can be very, very easy, again, to get to the end of a season and realize that we haven't worn the pieces that we were genuinely excited about wearing. So you want to assess what you have, and you want to pull out the clothes that you can wear currently, like right now and in the next month or two. Then you want to really evaluate them for statement pieces versus staple pieces. When you look at your wardrobe, when you look at the clothes that you've pulled out for the next couple of months, are most of those pieces very subtle and solid and neutral, or are most of those pieces fun and out there and kind of, personality pieces? You want to look at your wardrobe for balance. Now, depending on your style, archetype, and style personality, something we're going to be talking about a lot in Closet Confidence, you may find that you only need a couple of connector pieces that are neutral and solid and whatever. Or you may find that you like to have most of your clothes staple pieces, most of your wardrobe staple pieces, and just a couple of personality pieces. So you want to look at what the composition of your wardrobe is and how many staples you have versus how many statement pieces you have. Thank you. I'm getting compliments on my glasses. So you want to ask yourself, what statement pieces do I have for this season, and what staple pieces? Because if you walk into fall, which is already a little bit of a dreary season. I mean, I love fall, but like weather-wise, it can be a little bit, you might want like a little bit of a dopamine boost in your fall wardrobe. If you walk into fall and you're just looking at gray and beige for the entire season, you're probably going to feel like your wardrobe is lackluster. But if you're walking in and you're looking at nothing but day glow colors and tons of fun pieces, you might find that you lack a little balance in your wardrobe. So really identify the staples versus statements, the colors versus neutrals, and start thinking about what might be missing from your wardrobe. So that's the next step, identifying gaps, like what is missing from your current wardrobe, taking a look at what you have. And especially when you start putting things in one section on a rack, you're gonna be like, wow, I have like 9 long sleeve black tops, but no color. Or I have tons of long skirts, but I've only got 2 pairs of pants. What are those gaps that you've got in your wardrobe? You want to start creating a running shopping list, because truly one of the most dangerous things is, we've all heard, don't go into a grocery store when you're hungry, right? Don't go into a department store when you're frustrated or bored with your wardrobe without a list, right? We need a list so that we can focus, and so that the things that we bring into our wardrobe are going to be things that we're actually wearing. Okay, so you want to identify gaps, like what is missing from your lifestyle, like what are things that you do in your life, and do you have clothes to represent those areas of your life? What do you have, things that represent the climate that you live in? Or I have a client who lives here in Florida, and when she looks at her fall wardrobe, when she looked at her fall wardrobe before we worked on it together, she had all cozy stuff, and it just didn't work for the climate that she lived in. So she was excited about wearing the cozy sweaters. We can wear them for 10 minutes out of the year. And so the rest of fall, she felt like she just didn't have anything to wear. And then you want to look at the versatility of your pieces. Do you have things that go together? So really identify gaps in your wardrobe. That's the second step. So first step, what's the breakdown of your wardrobe? Second step, identifying gaps. Third step, I want you to come up with a couple of items in your wardrobe that you're going to consider for your fall wardrobe that are going to be splurges. And why do I think there should be a couple of splurges? Because what can often happen is that we shop based on price and not based on need or quality or usefulness in our wardrobe. So I don't want you to go into, and I love Marshalls, I love TJ Maxx, I love a good deal, but I feel like it's not a good deal if it's not something you're going to wear for a long time to come, especially when we're looking at staple pieces. So if you go into Marshalls regularly and buy a $20, $30, $50, $70 item, and rather than strategizing about items that you're really going to that are more aspirational items for you, items that you might need to save up for a little bit, items that might be a little bit on the edge of the luxury threshold for you. If you stop buying the Marshalls tops and buy one beautiful cashmere sweater, or that fabulous blazer you've been looking at, or an amazing coat, like, buy less and buy better, especially as we get older. I will tell you, one of the things that's really hit home with me is that at $20, I could buy at $20. At 20 years old, I could buy a $20 dress and feel fabulous in it. At 54, I need better quality. I need clothes that fit me better, and I need clothes that hang on me better. And I want things to not hug all the areas that I don't want it to hug. So quality becomes really, really important. So identify maybe a dream piece or two that you used to feel was out of your price range, and create a plan to work towards that piece. Because if you've always wanted a beautiful wool pea coat, or you've always wanted a great pair of tailored pants, or you've always wanted a great cashmere sweater, or a trench coat, or a blazer, or a beautiful silk dress, and you felt like it was out of your price point, I'm here to tell you that it's not. Between resale and consignment stores online, and between sites like Quince that really take luxury and make it affordable, there is and between the crazy sales that are out there too, there's no reason why you can't have the luxury pieces that you want in your wardrobe at a price that you can afford. But you have to be strategic about it, and you have to pull some of your resources and take them away from the $20 tops that you're going to wear once or twice before they fall apart, and put them towards the pieces that are really going to last in your wardrobe. Okay, next is incorporate current trends mindfully. So this is, you're looking at your fall wardrobe. So good to see you guys here. You're looking at your fall wardrobe, and you are trying to evaluate where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Just say you're like, okay, I've got, a good selection of staples. They're all in good repair. They're all in good shape. They all feel current. None of them are ratty. None of them are faded or dated, and all of them fit me. So you're starting in a really good spot. If that's you right now, you're starting in a really good spot. So how are you going to mindfully update your wardrobe with current trends? So there are two ways of looking at it. The first is the accessories track. So the easiest way to take all the staple and interesting or staple and subtle and regular pieces, the day-to-day pieces in your wardrobe, and make them more interesting is to add updated accessories. So looking at this current season, could you add a cool slouchy bag? Could you add a pair of Mary Janes or a pair of kitten-heeled slingbacks or a cool pair of sneakers? Whatever the trends are that speak your love language and that you absolutely love, just bringing a couple of new pairs of shoes or one new pair of shoes, a new bag, a new pair of earrings, a scarf, like whatever those cool, a great hat, huge trend for fall winter. Bringing in a couple of those accessories into your fall winter wardrobe will make everything that you already own look and feel fresh. So the accessories path is the easiest path, and you can really look at what are the pieces that have the most impact in my wardrobe. I will tell you 99.9% of the time for most women, it's a statement piece of jewelry, it's a pair of shoes, and it's a jacket of some sort, because you can put a jacket or a pair of shoes or a pair of earrings onto any outfit that you already own, and it's going to completely change that outfit. I've talked about this often, but I have a lot of old dresses that I update with new shoes. Every season, I look at the new fun shoes that I have in my wardrobe. I pair them with the dresses that I've had for a couple of years, sometimes years and years, and I fall in love with those dresses all over again. So accessories are the quickest path to updating your wardrobe for the season. The second path that you can take is to create a cluster for your fall wardrobe. So a cluster is 6 pieces. It's something that I talk about all the time, and it includes 3 tops, 2 bottoms, and a jacket. So you want to ask yourself, okay, if you feel like your wardrobe is a little light and you feel like you need a little bit more for fall, an easy way to update your wardrobe is to do it with a cluster. So the 3 tops, 2 bottoms, and a jacket. If those 3 tops, 2 bottoms, and a jacket go with the pieces that are already in your wardrobe, you're going to have 100 bajillion outfit combinations and potential ideas in your wardrobe. So really, you can be very systematic about how you update your wardrobe. And if you bring in that selection of 6 pieces, those pieces all go together. You're going to have lots of options there. And then if those pieces go with your existing wardrobe, like I said, you're going to have a lot of options. Now, if you feel like, 6 pieces is just not enough for me, you can add another cluster. And if the second cluster goes with the first cluster, again, oodles of outfit possibilities, right? So be really strategic about how you choose, rather than buying a piece here and buying a piece there. And often I'll get comments on in my Facebook group like, should I buy this? I'm like, I have no idea what you have or what you need, right? So you want to start with, what do I have? What do I need? And how can I be strategic about updating my wardrobe? Okay, you really want to look at your color palette, especially when you're pulling together clusters, because for example, if you're a black and navy person, and I know a lot of ladies with deep coloring like black and navy, a lot of my clients will do black in fall and winter and navy in spring and summer. Because if you bring in another color, another dark neutral color, you've got to have the accessories that round out that dark neutral color. Now, you can always use light neutrals, and you can always use metallics to go with navy. And I do black and navy in fall and winter. But keep in mind that if you're picking a different color palette, you're going to need a selection of pieces in that color palette. So really think about the colors that you're introducing into your wardrobe. And then the next thing I want to talk about is the subtle versus statement accessories. So we talked about subtle versus statement pieces in your, staple versus statement pieces in your wardrobe. You want to look at your accessories that way. Are all of your accessories really staple accessories, like kind of basic accessories, or are they all statement accessories? Like you want to find that balance. One of the things I really took home from Europe, my trip to Europe, is that even their subtle and more minimal accessories were special in some way. They didn't have anything that was basic. So we're always going to be looking at better than basics, like elevated basics that still speak to your personal style, and then statement pieces and personality pieces. So look at your selection of accessories in your wardrobe for fall and ask yourself if you've got a nice selection of both categories. Finally, I would say that you need, if you don't want this overwhelming and a horrible process of editing your wardrobe all at once, I'm a personal stylist and I hate it. I hate it. I hate doing it in my own wardrobe. And truly, I don't enjoy doing it in anyone else's wardrobe that much either when it's that overwhelming. If you're looking at 4, 5, 12, 92 closets, it's overwhelming. Editing as you go makes the process so much more seamless, because this is the thing. If you decide, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna do this. I'm dedicating an entire Saturday. I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine. You're gonna need a couple probably. I'm gonna dedicate an entire Saturday, and I'm gonna go through every single thing in my wardrobe. I'm gonna pet them all. I'm gonna ask them if they love me. Like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted already just thinking about that. But if instead you can say, I am going to edit as I go. If you put something on and take it off a couple of times, that should probably go in a bin. So you want a couple of bins in your closet for one for alterations and one for consigning or donating, because in the moment, you're going to have a much clearer idea of what works for you and why than if you put it aside and wait 6 months and look at it again down the road. We've all tried things on and we're like, oh, now I remember why I hate this, right? When you decide you hate it, that's when it should go in the bin. So edit as you go, purge as you go, and truly at the end of fall, especially if you're in a 4-season climate, at the end of fall, evaluate what you just wore. If you're taking daily outfit pictures, like I know you are, and if you are turning the hangers so that you know what you've already worn, once you wear something for the season, turn the hanger around so you can see what you've worn and what you haven't worn. Identify the pieces at the end of the season that you haven't worn and consider whether those should be purged or whether those should be styled into outfits that you're going to wear for the next season. So you're never going to have more clarity on your clothes than when they're on your body, or when you can evaluate what you've just worn or just haven't worn, just skipped over, just decided it wasn't for you. Once you evaluate your wardrobe at the end of the season, the next fall's evaluation is going to be so much easier and so much more streamlined. So my encouragement would be to make this a regular process for you, putting out your outfits, taking pictures, evaluating as you go, so that you can have an edited wardrobe that really represents where you're at right now, and so that you're not rifling through a bunch of stuff to get to the couple of things you really want to wear. It's really frustrating and really overwhelming to be looking at a closet full of clothes that you have no intention of wearing. They don't suit your lifestyle. They don't fit you anymore. You don't have anywhere to wear them, whatever. Like, that is truly frustrating. So that's it. Just wanted to give you a breakdown of the steps of editing your wardrobe. I'm just going to review them really quickly. 1, assess what you have, staples versus statements, colors versus neutrals. Like, what do you actually have in your wardrobe? Number 2, identify gaps. 3, make a plan to buy that dream item or 2 and spend less on the frivolous items and more on the items you want and will wear for a long time. Incorporate trends with a plan. Have a plan for bringing trends into your wardrobe and updating your wardrobe. Do it by either focusing on accessories or focusing on a cluster. Consider your color palette and don't go too far outside of your color palette if you want a versatile wardrobe. Next, accessories. You want to consider what staple and statement pieces you have in your accessories wardrobe. And then finally, edit regularly, edit as you go so that it's not a daunting and overwhelming process. So I hope that you found this helpful. If you haven't joined Closet Confidence, seriously, there are going to be replays available. There's going to be so much fun and so much, it's going to be, the Facebook group is going to be blowing up this week. There's a special Facebook group for Closet Confidence. The workshops are every day at noon. If you miss a workshop, you can catch the replays, and there's just going to be a ton of support offered to you guys this week. So if it's something that you want to work on, I would highly encourage you to do this. I only do this about every 6 to 8 weeks, so hop in this week if you can. I would love to see you. And if you are in Closet Confidence and have not booked your style session, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's a key piece of the Closet Confidence experience, and I wouldn't want you to miss it. So don't forget, the link to Closet Confidence is in all the places, including in the comments section of this video. Love you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions about closet evaluations, and we will continue this conversation in the comments. Bye. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful week.